Hey folks, I've been nominated by Michael Jacobs to do the allotment challenge, questions and answers. Thanks. I hope my input has some interest, because as you know, I've only just started my allotment plot, but I've grown veg for many years, too many to mention. It's too wet to go on the plot this morning, so this is an ideal time to answer these questions. I think I've written them down properly. Got my crib sheet at the side of me. My dog's chilling in his bed, so might not get any barks. Just don't make a lot of noise when you applaud. So, how long have you had your allotment? Toughie. I like to think long and hard about this. 6 weeks. Told you I was a newbie. Well, newbie to allotment, not to gardening. Yeah, I think it was 6 weeks. Yeah, must be. How long did you wait for your allotment? Well, I rang the council up because the plots are literally across the road from where I live. And when I used to walk the dog, I used to see them all, everybody on the plots, thinking that would be ideal, because I haven't got space to grow fruit and veg in my back garden, because I used to have a big greenhouse because I used to collect a lot of cacti. I used to grow fruit and a small amount of veg. But doggy came, and grandkiddies came. Well, the grandkiddies started growing up, coming round. I took the greenhouse down because I didn't want them falling into it and obviously hurting themselves. And doggy came, so we had to make them a lawn area. Anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. So, rang council up. I asked to go on the waiting list, and the lovely lady at the council says, well, look, I've got one you can have today if you want it. Nice woman. I had to wait 3 or 4 days to have the viewing, because Mr. Councilman had to come down and let me in, show me around the plots, show me which plots was on offer. In fact, I think there's still 3 plots empty on our little kingdom. Yes, so I got my jungle plot, which obviously I've been dig. Got that straight away, got the gate key, got my shed, found my tools inside the shed. And obviously I'm getting the second half of the plot to make it one full plot, if you know what I mean. I've got one half and a bath and another half. I'll get that in January. So I expected to be waiting years, but worked out well. So thank you, council lady. Very nice. She is a very nice woman, actually. She actually rang me the other week to say I was getting on, and I got the jungle plot free for the year because the council said it was such a mess, it was an embarrassment, and hope I haven't taken on too much. I like a challenge. Been there before, done it before. A lot younger, like. But. Number 3. Where did you learn about gardening? Well, like everybody else. Well, most people, unless you've been on proper course. My dad lived in his garden. Never allowed me on the garden. Never allowed me on the front lawn. But if I asked him any questions, he would always answer them. Never saw a weed on his garden. His back garden was bigger than an allotment plot, I think. It was about 100 foot long. I might be wrong there. It was about 100 foot long and about 12 foot wide. Always something growing in it. Always. Even when the beds were finished with, spotless. And I know where my little bit of OCD comes from, because when he was planting out, everything used to be measured, dead straight lines, perfect gaps. I'm not quite that bad, but I do like to see things in straight lines. So yeah, it's mostly my dad. I've read a lot of books. I've always read gardening books, magazines, and just recently, last few months, while I was dwelling on the idea of allotment, I've been watching hundreds of videos, and I think that sealed it for me. I learnt a lot from the videos on YouTube. I've got to know, well, not got to know personally, but found some great channels, great people uploading videos. Good stuff. Bless you, Dad. Hope you're looking down, saying he's done that wrong. Number 4, do you plant a winter garden? Not this winter, because I haven't set nothing. Next year, yes. I'll do some overwintering vegetables, probably onions, brassicas. I'm not going to go too crazy next year because I've got to get back in the swing of things. But there's a lot of things I want to try. So the answer to that is yeah. Next year I probably will plant a winter garden. So I like reasons to go back to the plot. At the minute it's digging. Number 5. What has been your biggest success? Thinking back, bearing in mind it's 20 to 25 years since I actually grew any vegetables, I used to have great success with Savoy cabbages. I don't know why. They just used to grow for me. So, gardening wise, I always seem to grow decent flowers. This year I changed all my borders on my back garden, and I wanted to go back to a cottagey garden feel. Crammed it full of perennials and a few herbs, and it came out really good in the summer. I didn't take too many pics, but it actually blossomed in the summer, and I was really pleased with that. We've trimmed them all down there, ready for next year. What has been your biggest gardening disaster? I'm sure there has been some in the past, but nothing major that sticks in my mind. No doubt next year, when I carry on uploading vids, you will see plenty of disasters. So for that question, we'll hold back and you will see some disasters next year. Trust me. Another reason to watch my vids. Do you have a tried and trusted crop variety? Not as such, apart from the Savoy cabbages. You'll be calling me Mr. Savoy soon. I tend to stick with well-known varieties that's had success with other people. So, no doubt over the years we'll start veering towards certain varieties that I will adhere to. But at present, no. Are you trying anything new next year? Good question. Actually growing something? Yes. No digging, growing. Well, bit of digging. That will be new for me next year, but no, seriously, apart from the stable, what I call stable veg, carrots, onions, brassicas, potatoes, peas, beans. I will be trying different things. I've actually bought some sunflower seeds. I've been watching people growing sunflowers. I've been catching up on the vids. I'll try some of them. They look nice. There are some different veggies I want to try. I've never tried kale. I'll try that next year. Never eaten it. I've never eaten asparagus. Never liked the look of it. But I think as over the years, your taste changes. So I might just try doing a small asparagus bed. I know you don't get a crop straight away, but I'm very patient. As you can see, my seed tray is full of bonsai tree seeds that take months to germinate. How do you preserve your crops? at the minute, I don't. Next year, it will be mostly freezing. I'll blanch them for a minute, put them in the freezer. I might even get a bigger freezer next year because I'm like being really optimistic. What I do like is salted runner beans. I absolutely love salted runner beans. Layer of salt, layer of beans, layer of salt. I know I keep saying salt's bad for you, but stuff it. I smother my food with salt. I do blanch the beans before I salt them, and I do rinse them well before I cook them. But salting just keeps your veg just as long as the freezer does. When I was a kid, we never had a freezer. Bucket of water, put the milk bottles in. I love a twist. What is your favourite meal to cook from the veg plot? That is a very easy answer. There's actually two things. Of course, like most people, Sunday roast, loads of veg. But I'm also a stew and casserole man. So yes, some nice casseroles. And I'm just getting into homemade soups. I do all the cooking in our house. So I'm going to experiment next year with some soups. I might even show a few on the tube, if they're okay. If they're not, I won't show them. So, that's my answers. Hope I haven't bored you for too long. Hope I haven't waffled too much. Nominees. Oh, well, wasn't too difficult. I know one of them's already been nominated by Blue Star Dave, but I want to back that up because I really do want to hear his answers. That's Aaron from Aaron's Allotment. I know you've not been in the best of health and you've had to have a break and a rest, and so I hope you're feeling better soon, bud. The people I'm nominating, it's channels that I latched onto when I first started watching YouTube vids, and I started watching the vid channels where people were starting from a new plot, because obviously that was relevant to me. And I bumped into Aaron's vids, and I watched them all. Everything he uploaded, I worked out what's them all in chronological order. Lost my teeth then. So Aaron, if you do get a chance, mate, please. Adam, Allotment, growhow. Yet again, another channel where his first vids was where he was setting up his new plot. And I worked my way through his vids. So, Adam, if you do watch this, let's see your answers, mate. Claire from Claire's Allotment. I'm going to have to send her a PM because I doubt she'll watch this. Got nearly 10,000 subscribers. But yes, she's another one where I'm catching up with the vids. She's got hundreds of bloody vids. I think I'm about 3 years behind on what she's uploaded at the minute. Started out 7 years behind, so I'm getting there. So 3 nominations, just to repeat: Claire's Allotment, Aaron's Allotment, and Allotment growhow. So thanks for watching, folks, and thanks for even more subs are coming in. I've nearly reached 100 now. 2 months ago I had 30. And that's without growing anything. I might not grow anything next year. I might get a load more subs. But my channel's not about subs. I just enjoy uploading the vids. I'm not after fame and fortune. So, thanks for watching, folks. I'm going to hit the stop button now so if you see a big fat finger coming in front of the screen. Bye!